Alright guys, so we got cat number 2. I gotta get my parts ordered, and I'm just trying to get a list of what I need for both dozers. I gotta get all these belts. A lot of these, we had a old Marmon dump truck in here the other day, and somebody, all the belts were shot, but the alternator belts were squealing like a dirty bastard on it. And some knucklehead, I know why they did it, because they were lazy. Somebody had stuck 3/8 belts and 1/2 inch shivs on the alternator pulleys. Well, a shiv or a pulley, okay. So the shiv was a 1/2 inch wide, and they put a 3/8 belt on it. Well, they squealed like a son of a gun because it was the wrong belt, and had a big Cam 400 Cummins in it. And I looked right at it, and I said, well, hell, them are the wrong damn belts on there. So we had 2 or 3 sets of belts, you know, because we didn't have a valid example. We took a piece of string and the old belts that come off for a rough idea how length they were. So we got 2 or 3 different sets, and we got one to work. But the reason they didn't do that is because the reason they put them 3/8 belts on there is because we had to pull the motor mounts on the front, the bolts out, because the belt was too thick between the crank damper and the bolt where it went up through, and they just were lazy and didn't want to pull the bolts out, so they stuck a smaller belt on there. So anyways, we got that situated. Cat number 2 here, number 3 sitting outside. I got to get my parts ordered. So let's see here, what do we got? I'm gonna do things a little different because, you know, like I said, I'm rusty on these. I used to work on these quite a bit when I worked for Lassen Canyon, and I don't anymore. So break the tensioner loose, and what we're going to do is take a chunk of angle iron, and we're going to stick it in the roller, wedge it in there, and we're going to drive it forward, and we're going to shove the track back and detension it. Jiminy Christmas, that sucker's tight. This one here needs steering clutch work, and it's got a really bad fuel leak too on it. What we're doing here, you'll see the grease come out of the vent hole here after we get her bled back. Back her off a ways. Let's go flop the other one over. See what we can do on that one. Hang on a minute. I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine. Oh! Since I know when. Johnny Cash! Another good guy that's gone. All the good guys are dying off, you know? Alright, I gotta find a piece of angle iron. I don't know if that's gonna be big enough, but what you do is wedge it in there like so, and it should come around, shove everything back. I'll have to do that to both sides. I didn't want to stick a new piece of angle iron in there. I've already got in there, so let's put this down here where you can see it. That'd be a better idea, huh? Let me get my ass off of here. I'm getting old where I can't climb up and down off shit like I used to. Don't bounce around like I used to. Maybe right here is better. I'm gonna have to preheat it. track sag now. Shove that back. Go back a little further. Do the same thing to the other side. Alright, so basically I had to jack the track frame up on each side because I'm limited on space, and then hold a friction and brake and move one track around where I can get my alligators back here where I wanted them. But I got them separated. Man, these are pretty damn sharp here on these. Man, these are sharp, really sharp. When they start getting real sharp like that, kind of where we're at with this thing, I think it's probably a smart thing to get the parts now. We might not ever get parts again for these damn things. Who knows, the way the country's going. I'm gonna switch gears on this deal. I jacked it back up and I know what rollers I need for both cats. The other one, I think I'm gonna leave it out. I just don't have the room for 3 of them torn clear down. Then I got another 7330 coming tomorrow with transmission codes or something I might back in this hole. I had a guy call me on a New Holland TG285 that the rear main seal blew out in it and was blowing oil, and it's got an 8.3 ISC in it. And yeah, we're gonna bring it down. And I said, well, I got a hole right now, and I mean, I'll have a hole when I get the 7330 out of there. But then they never called me back, so whatever. Yeah, I'll jack that one up out there and detension the track and let it track sag and just check my rollers. But anyway, this one's got a horrendous fuel leak on it. So these are kind of a pain in the ass with these platforms on here, but let's figure out the fuel leak on this old girl. And I'm probably gonna head home before they close the highway on me. Take the pre-cleaner off. I think this should slide off there. I took that off because I don't. I might grab one of these pre-cleaners and try pulling it off like that. Usually breaks the damn pre-cleaner on me. Okay, we got to get the stack here, pop it off, and most of the time these guys don't even tighten them down, they just throw them on there. Yeah, 9/16 and a 3/8 gun, zip all these bolts loose on the hood. Okay. What is the secret? Huh. Getting that out of here, yes. Pain in the ass, huh? You go sideways with that. Is that gonna work, or? Somebody on the fabrication crew couldn't really figure dimensions out very well, could they? So what are we doing here? What are we doing? Can't get past this part here. Not sure how. You're getting this off here. There we go. In the right spot. I think it said this back one. Let me get a light. Don't know what I did with that. It's not in my pocket. I got my light in my hand. Climb over this. These old engines, they're pretty well bulletproof. These old girls here are tough as nails now. Alright, so just fire it up, I guess, and see where the fuel's coming out of it at. Have to watch. It's got a fan guard. Somebody's removed the top part of it, so you gotta be careful, make sure you don't get your foot in there. Make sure the clutch is forward. We'll throttle down. Make sure my hands and everything are clear, and I'm not gonna get tied up in something here. Just running out of that thing, ain't it? Okay. I'm gonna get all this shit out of our way here. Bottom part comes loose there. You take these 4 bottom bolts off this air cleaner where it goes to the intake manifold. I tried to blow that off best we could. Alright. A lot easier to get to now, ain't it? So this one's got a couple things that we've got to address. So the steering clutches need to be adjusted really bad on it. Brakes and the steering clutches. No, I'm not going to stick a rag in that intake manifold. I might want to blow this off, but I won't leave it there because I know what'll happen. I'll forget the son of a bitch and it'll suck it into the engine. So I'll stick it here momentarily. Let's blow this crap off of here. Alright, pull plugs. Remember how these hook on? I don't remember. I should just screw onto there, I think so. Alright, take the fuel line off. It's leaking like right around in there somewhere. Oh, right there, probably. Look at this. That ain't right. Injectors on these old cats are fairly simple. There's 2 seals there. So pull the nut out. And on this is on your nozzle. This is your holder, or body. I guess you could say the body maybe of the injector nozzle. But these are just finger tight. Don't reef these down. Just finger tight, and then the notches will line up inside here. There's this O-ring goes around the nut here. There's another seal on the top, which is kind of a special seal that I don't have. But the O-ring was all swelled up and distorted, so I got it close. I don't know, I might have to call and get an O-ring for it. We'll see if this one will go down in there and seat up. It might. I don't know. I gotta look up the spec and the specifications on this thing, and I mean it don't take much to seal them up usually. 3306 and like the 980B loader that I work on, it's the same setup pretty much. A little bit different, but let me look up the spec for that. Go to engine specifications. Now I'm gonna torque it down. I can tell you what now, that one was not that tight. that was not that tight when I tore that thing apart. So let's put the fuel line back on it. We'll start it with the air cleaner off. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. Just be careful with it. Okay, fuel line. What the hell did I do with it? Okay, 3/4. Thought I had that run down. Apparently not. Golly. I don't know how many times I'm going to knock that damn camera off of there. Sorry. Now I'm sure the mic holes are all plugged up with shit again now. And it might be that top seal too. We'll see. We'll see what she does. She ought to be, well, I'll put the stack on it just so it won't be so damn noisy. Yeah, I hit it. That ain't gonna hurt nothing. Okay. Hang on, let me clean these holes out. Alright, let's fire it up and see if we gained anything. I think we did. I know one thing, it wasn't torqued down right. Some of the gun was, pretty damn loose actually. We can pretty much eyeball her from right here, I think. So that's obviously a special O-ring from Cat. The wall thickness is not correct and it's leaking out of there, so I'm gonna have to get the right O-ring to go in it. That's all there is to that. Which, that's simple. I just call and tell them I need a couple seals. So the other thing is, you know, I'll have to tee into this thing off the hydraulic pump. I'm trying to remember how I did that. I've got a hose that I made especially for these that I could put a gauge on. It goes right in here, and I can basically tee into the pump. This is the suction side, and this is the discharge side of the pump. So, and then check the pressure on it. See what the pressure is. I really highly doubt it needs to be shimmed. It more than likely has got a worn out pump. So, well, I'll have to call around, see if I can get a O-ring for the injector. And I'll find my hose before I go home tonight where I can tee into this and check the pressure on it. And then this one needs the steering clutches adjusted, so I'll have to pull the seat and the floor, pull all that shit off the back and get in there and adjust the steering clutches on it and the brakes. So anyway, this other cat, Joe's cat over here, it's I got to get this valve off on it. It's leaking like a sieve. It's leaking internally too, so it leaks, you know, it's putting oil through all the time where it shouldn't be. So anyway, I got an International 9900i with a CM871 that probably gonna have to get in here tomorrow and start, I don't know, I got so many shit and things going on. Don't even slow down in the wintertime anymore. Anyhow, I got to get it in here, and it's got carbon in the fuel system in the fuel tank, which means the injector cups are, one of them's cracked or something on it. And I've never had any luck with those things, putting new cups in them. They always seem to leak. So we're just going to put a new cylinder head on it. And the guy wants to spend a little bit of money for the end of the year anyway, because he doesn't want to give it all to Uncle Sam next year. So anyway, we'll see you next time.